Hi, my name is Michelle Olson. I live in Port Townsend, Washington. I moved here last year, approximately April of 2011, and I had just retired from my job in Sacramento when I moved up here. In June of 2011, I was back in Sacramento finishing packing up our home there, and decided it was a good time to get my hair cut, my teeth cleaned, and my annual mammogram. And it was at that time that I found out that I had breast cancer. Literally, we had the U-Haul moving van in the driveway when I received my diagnosis. It was completely overwhelming. I hadn't even really moved up here. I didn't have health care established up here, but I knew that this was my home and this is where I came. I was fortunate that I found wonderful health care in Seattle. And my husband and I began taking weekly trips over to Seattle for my treatment. I had to go every week for 3 months, at least every week for 3 months, and thereafter every 3 weeks. I actually just finished treatment this month. So it was overwhelming. I had left my friends and family in Sacramento. Everything was new to me here. And the medical costs, even with their insurance, were quite overwhelming. That was shocking for me. And so the additional burden of traveling to Seattle was also a tremendous burden. Fortunately, one of the oncology nurses at Swedish Hospital mentioned the Kathleen Sutton Fund to me. And I got in touch with them, and I was immediately offered assistance. I just can't even tell you what a relief that was for me. It was one thing that I didn't have to worry about were all those costs that had been building up to travel to Seattle, and they do add up. I was really surprised how expensive that became. So I was thrilled to be able to work with the Kathleen Sutton Memorial Fund. It's been an honor to be able to work with them and to see the work that these women have done in honor of their friend, and to really address a significant need in our community. So I'm very, very, very grateful to the assistance that I've received. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Trueheart, and I live in Port Townsend, and we've been here for 5 years now. My husband and I went through a process of building our home about 2.5 years ago, and right after we moved in to our home, I was diagnosed with cancer, with ovarian cancer. And it was very hard. It was such a difficult time for us. A friend told me about the Kathleen Sutton Foundation, and I immediately looked into it because the hardship and the pain of going through treatment, going through treatment and having to go to Seattle every single week, which we did for 18 weeks. Every Friday we took the ferry. We had to drive from Port Townsend down to the Bainbridge Island ferry, take the ferry across, stay all day in chemotherapy treatment, and then come back at the end of the day, take the ferry and do the reverse trip. Was very difficult on us. It really caused extra stress through the financial burden of it. So when I learned about the Kathleen Sutton Foundation and what they do by providing assistance to women like myself to be able to go and have a treatment done and not have that much of a burden financially, it caused us a real cash flow crunch. So how we worked together was just phenomenal. Just a quick contact, some information. I didn't feel as though I was getting the third degree. It was easy and effortless. And the people that I dealt with were just incredibly heartfelt and compassionate and wonderful. So with all my heart, I appreciate and I thank so much the Kathleen Sutton Foundation and what they do for women in a similar circumstance.